Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Good Sport Reviews. My name is Lewis, and today we are talking about the shambolic nature of Manchester United. And before we get into that, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video. We are going to get to 100 subscribers by New Year. I just know it, so please help us on our way to get there. Now, Manchester United. Where do we begin with a club that's so ingrained in our memories as being one of the greatest clubs in world football? 13-time Premier League winners, Champions League winners, a club that's experienced the absolute highest of highs, from winning the treble to winning 3 Premier League titles in a row, signing the greatest players in world football, producing the greatest players in world football, with the greatest manager in football history. And they've gone from those heights down to where they are now, which is turmoil, crisis, panic stations. They've fallen so far in such a short space of time. It's incredible, really. 10 years, 5 managers, inconsistent top four finishes, the occasional trophy, Carabao Cup, a Europa League, 2 Carabao Cups, even a Community Shield. And the club is in a situation now where if things don't turn around and things don't improve, who knows how bad it can get. So, for all football fans, it's shocking to see. Really, it really is, because Manchester United, over the course of the past 30 to 40 years, have been synonymous with greatness. And now they've fallen so far that you don't know whether to blame the ownership, the players, the manager, the systems being implemented, the coaching staff. Everything at that club is wrong. And it goes from the top down. You've got owners who just do not care about the club, who are taking money from the club to benefit themselves. You've got a stadium that's falling apart. When Gary Neville's on TV being interviewed for his own show, you can see the water leaking through the top of the stadium. You've got players on astronomical wages who don't want to be there, who just throw their managers under the bus at the drop of a hat. You have a manager who, quite frankly, is out of his depth. And I backed Ten Hag a few weeks ago on a different video, and now I'm looking back and thinking I was an idiot. He's so out of his depth, and you have this infrastructure that will throw money at the problems. Here's 80 million for Anthony. Get Fellaini through the door. Let's sign all these great players. And it's a mess. It's an utter mess. And where does the blame lie? No one knows. People will point at the ownership, and that's a big part of it. But when your players don't want to perform, and you have a manager who does not tactically know what to do in any situation at the moment, it's a catastrophe. This all comes off the back of United losing 3-0 to Newcastle in the Carabao Cup, a cup which 12 months ago they had won, or were on the way to winning. They won it less than a year ago, last February. This February, even just gone, we're in the same year. And they're out. They're out of it. They've knocked out. And they didn't even go out to a Man City, an Arsenal. They went out to Newcastle. And not just any Newcastle side. This wasn't a Newcastle side that had Alexander Isak, Sandro Tonali, Sven Botman. They had Kraft in the team. They had Target in the team. 2 fullbacks who were under the age of 21 either side. A backup goalkeeper, Anthony Gordon and Almiron in the attacking lines. And they went out like it was nothing. They were dominated. Absolutely dominated. And it's the 8th time this season that United have conceded 3 goals or more. Did it to Bayern? Did it to City? Galatasaray? It's a disaster. I think for all the Man United fans out there who are saying that Ten Hag is, he is the man to fix this. He has a plan. He knows how he wants to play. Where's the proof? Where's the evidence? Where's the desire to play that football that that he showed at Ajax? He had this vision of possession-based, forward-thinking football. None of that is there. And Ten Hag has made Fernandes their captain. He's alienated Jadon Sancho, one of England's, who was one of England's most exciting players. He's got Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire starting in his team against Manchester City. It's a mess. It's an utter mess. And we can sit here and say, well, the board haven't backed him, but the man has spent over £400 million net since he's been at the club. And the players he's brought in have been his players. You signed Anthony, who's been utter dross. There was the Man City game, and I think that was it. The Arsenal game, maybe, last season. He's been dreadful. You've signed Martinez, who's injured. That can't be helped. But he's also signed Casemiro, who looked great last season. This season, he looks like he's in slow motion. Onana can't save a ball. He looked okay against Man City, but the mistakes he's made, absolutely shambolic. And then Højlund, who just cannot score in the league for the life of him. And there'll be fans who will sit there and say that Ten Hag is not the problem. Ten Hag is the solution. Ten Hag has been able to sign players he wanted. Mourinho couldn't do that. He wanted a centre-back. He was not given that chance. Mourinho had his team performing better than this Ten Hag team, which is apparently so together and so synonymous with the way he wants to play. And in the space of 12 months, they've gone from fighting for top four or being in top four and winning the Carabao Cup to mid-table, out of the Carabao Cup, almost out of the Champions League. The FA Cup is their only chance of winning a piece of silverware this season. And they have the big teams in there again. Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham, Liverpool are all going to be in that competition again. And it blows my mind that the club is being ran the way it is. There's no accountability. You have owners who don't want to be there, trying to sell the club for stupidly astronomical valuation to investors who can't buy the full share. Jim Ratcliffe's buying 25%. It's awful. And players coming in for stupid money who aren't performing. And a manager who simply is not good enough. There was more promising signs under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer than there are now under Erik Ten Hag. With Solskjaer, there was togetherness. And even when his days were numbered after the Watford loss, the United players were saying it's us, it's not him. They still back their manager. And the club felt more stable. And they've signed this manager in Erik Ten Hag, who's meant to play this fantastic brand of football, who said himself that dynasties end, Pep and Klopp aren't going to be around forever. Ten Hag's going to be gone before rumours even circulate about either of those managers leaving. Ten Hag is going to be lucky to be in the job by January. He's not going to be given any more time or money because you can throw money at this problem, it will not be fixed. And the sooner people realise this, the better things will be for Manchester United. Thank you very much for watching. It's such a very strange situation. But like I said, guys, please make sure to like and subscribe. And I really, really want to get to 100 subscribers by Christmas. That would be absolutely amazing. So thank you guys so much for all the support, and I will see you in the next video.